Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Once again, this is Gregory Wiles coming live to you from Houston, Texas with this inspirational morning walk. Inspirational morning walk for first time listeners. I just get some exercise in the mornings and I just share with you guys whatever I'm inspired to talk about that day. So, yes, I'm just getting my exercise. You can see it's overcast here today. It's overcast today, not that cold, but it's overcast. But I'm going to still get my walking in, get some exercise in. Yes, it's no rain in the forecast, but it should be overcast today. So, but anyhow, I'll get my walking in and I can get my exercise. And I'm going to share something with you guys today, right? Whatever I'm inspired to talk about, I will share with you guys. But once again, I come on at I do this in 7:30 a.m. Central Time on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's Central Time. That's our time here in Texas, which is I think 8:30 Eastern Time, and most parts of the Caribbean. So you can calculate out what time it is wherever you are. But 7:30 Central Time, it's 8:30 Eastern. That's our time. Is Central Time is what Texas go off of. But yes, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be nice temperature-wise. We're going to be great. So anyhow, I'm going to jump right in it today. I'm going to get into it today. What I want to talk about today, ask the question is, what do you believe? What do you believe, right? Because over the weekend here, I was, I saw this stuff about the placebo effect, So this was like, well, this is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. So I want to ask you a question. What do you believe? Because we have the power over what we believe, but what we believe have the power over us, right? We have the power over what we believe. Meaning we can choose what we believe, but once we make that choice, we got to be careful what we choose, because that belief, now what we believe, can have the power over us, right? What that means, right? What that means. That's what I said. Let me start out with this placebo effect, and then we can dive right into it, right? I'm going to read exactly what the experts say because I don't want to mess it up with my own, trying to put it in my own words, right? So the placebo effect, here where it is. They said the placebo effect is defined as a phenomenon in which some people experience a benefit after the administration of an inactive lookalike substance or treatment. This substance or placebo has no medical effect. Sometimes the placebo is in the form of a pill, it's a sugar pill, or it can also be an injection in a saline form, right? So and the questions asked, why do people experience real changes as a result of a fake treatment? The expectation of the patient can play a significant role in the placebo effect. The more a person expects the treatment to work, the more likely they are to exhibit a placebo response, right? Good morning, Jillian. Good morning, Jillian. So in most cases, the person does not know that the treatment they are receiving is actually a placebo. Instead, they believe, that's the word I want to stress. Remember, the question is today, what do you believe, right? They believe that they are the recipients of a real treatment. The placebo is designed to seem exactly like the real treatment, whether it's in a pill, or injection, or consumable liquids. Yet the substance has no actual effect on the condition it's purposed to treat, right? So they're saying, and they said they're going to really do some more research. They said it's very effective in pain management, especially because once you get a pill and you think, or some form of treatment, you're going through pain and you get some form of treatment, you believe that the treatment is going to work, then automatically the brain releases the endorphins and the other chemicals necessary to give you relief from your pain, and it's because of your belief. So doctors, they say when they're trying out a new drug, they would when people sign up for testing, they would give half of them the placebo, which is just nothing. It's not going to do nothing for them, and then they give the other half the real drug that is testing out, and then measure the results for the people who had the placebo with the people who had the real treatment, and see And they said if the effects are the same, then that would determine that the drug is not really effective. But if the people who get the real drug had a greater benefit from it, then they determine, okay, I think this drug is effective, right? So there's sometimes to test the drug. So I say that to say, what do you believe? Because what you believe have power over us, and they're going to shape your life. They're going to cause you to do the things that you do. So what do you believe? What do you believe? That's the question. What do you believe, right? Because I can give you a couple of stories here. One story, a guy, he was coming home from work one day, and he decided he can take a shortcut through a cemetery, right? And when he got through the cemetery, this man stopped him and said he's a witch doctor. He blew this foul-smelling powder in his face, and he said, "You're now under a curse, and you can get sick, and no matter how much medication you use, it would not help you." So he go home that night, he tossed and turned in his bed, he started to feel a little bad. Next morning, he's sick, he called into work. In 2-3 days, he called into work. Then on the 4th day, the family get a little concerned and said, "Buddy, you need to go to the doctor. Let's get him to the doctor." The doctor checking him, the doctor can't find anything wrong with him. And then the family finally tell the doctor about the curse, what happened to him in the cemetery. So the doctor like, okay. So the next day when the doctor came, and the doctor called the family member and he called his nurses and he said, "Hey guys, I got something interesting to tell you. I went to the cemetery last night and I found a witch doctor, and I pinned him against a tree, and I asked him, you have to tell me about this curse that you put on my patient. You have to tell me how to reverse this curse." And he said, he told me how to reverse it. And he go through a little ritual, and he said, "But the problem is he put some lizard eggs in your stomach, and one of them hatch, and that's where your problem is right now." So he said, "Don't worry, I know how to reverse it." And he pumped a clear liquid into his system, a liquid that induced vomiting. And that liquid, while he started vomiting, and all the family members are looking at him, he threw a green lizard in the vomit and said, look, the curse is now broken." And when the guy saw that, he automatically changed, and he wasn't sick anymore. He fall into sleep, then he wake up, he was cured, he was well, right? So in one case, he believed that he was sick because he believed what the man told him, and it was right. No medicine was working. The doctor could find nothing wrong with him. And when he believed that the curse was broken, he was well again, right, guys? So you see how powerful your mind is, right? That's what it's saying. What you believe in, you got a choice of what you believe in. But when you make the choice, that belief is what's going to control you. And there was a next guy. He was a student in a college student. He wanted to get some extra funds, so he signed up for one of these trials. A medical trial, I think, is something to do with mood swings, and they have to take these pills so much times a day. But he signed up for it, and when he during about halfway or a little bit into the trial, him and his girlfriend break up, and he drank the whole bottle and overdose on the drug, right? He drank it. He said, "You know what?" And then he catch himself. He said, "What? I can die." And then he called 911. He was so sick. His pressure went up so high they could not stabilize him. They try pumping fluids into him, but had to get the pressure under control. They could not stabilize him. And then finally they got the bottle of the drug he took. It had an 800 number in it. And when they called the number, they said, "Man, you got to tell us what this is, because we can't treat this guy, what this is." And then they revealed to him he had the placebo, right? He is one of them who had the placebo and not the real drug. And when they revealed that to him, in about 10 minutes, he got back his color. He got so pale, and he got back his color, his pressure regulated, and he was fine again. You see, he believed in the case he would die. And when you get the news, now we understand, okay, this is just a placebo. You are fine, buddy. Now we believe he's okay, and that whole sickness was gone, and he was well again. So the question again, what do you believe in? What do you believe right now that is causing you to be in the situation you believe? The situation you're in. What do you believe in? Are you believing? No wonder why, when I look at it, why this stood out to me is why Jesus, the bare fact of our faith and our success in what we're doing is in our belief system. No wonder why he keeps saying believe. Here what they call the people who is believers, right? They call them believers. That's the foundation of the faith. You have to believe, right? You have to believe. That's why this stuff stood out to me, and it clicked. That's why Jesus and God always keep telling us we need to believe, because the same brain that he created, that man is stricken to get the placebo effect, God created the same brain. So he know that. So he know if you strongly believe. That's why he said when you pray, right? When you pray, believe what you pray for and it will be yours. Because he know if you strongly believe, the same placebo effect can come into play. You're going to get it, but you got to believe. Don't be like this other guy. This guy was walking the tightrope, and he walked across this big building. Renita, good morning. He walked across this tightrope across two high buildings, hundreds of story off the ground. But it was a windy day, and he was so happy that he made it across because he had some challenges. And he was saying, telling people how he had some concerns, and he really proud that he made it across. And one of the guys in the crowd said, "Man, you could have made that across. I got the confidence in you. You could have made that across pushing a wheelbarrow." He said, "Okay, that's nice. That's glad to know you got so much confidence in me." But the guy said, "Well, why you don't do it?" He said, "Nah, it's okay. I'm going to pass on that one. I'm just happy that I made it across this one here." He said, "No, you can do it." And he went on heckling him till "You can do it. You've tried it. You try it. I believe in you." The guy said, "Okay, so you so believe in me that I can do it?" He said, "Yes, I do." He said, "Okay, well, you come and sit in the wheelbarrow. Let me do it with you in the wheelbarrow." He said, No, that's okay." He said, "Okay, well, then you also believe in me." So how much of us, like that guy, we say we believe, but when it's come to the test, we just like the guy said, no. When things are good, we're fine, and God is great, good is God is great, great is God, and we got all these little things we say. But when we get put to the test and things is not going so good, do we still believe? Do we still believe he's there? Do we still believe that he got our back? Do we still believe that he's working our favor? Do we still believe it, right? So my question is, what do you believe? Because what you believe right now is going to shape everything you do and say, the way you act, and put you in some situations that you may not need to be in just because of your belief. And that's why it's so dangerous with these people who float around the internet believing anything that's going on out there. Just believing. It's sad to say what's going on right now at our capital, because a bunch of people believe a certain thing, right? And what you believe, you're going to act on the belief. Remember what it said, we have the power over our belief, but the belief got power over us, right? So let's look at some quick scripture here, why God keeps saying about believe. Mark 9:23 said, "And Jesus said to him, 'If you can, all things are possible for one who believes,'" right? All things are possible for one who believes. This is not the whole stuff we just talked about. You can believe something can work for you, or you can believe something work against you, right? In Mark 11:24, it said, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." The power of the belief, right? The power of believing, right? And then John 20:29 said, Jesus said to him, Have you believed because you have seen me?" He said, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe." Who have not seen and yet believe, right? Blessed are those. So let's go one more quickly. But if you can Google this, you can see how much scripture is talking about believing. And that's why he is saying the whole foundation, you got to start by believing. Because if you don't believe this stuff, nothing is going to happen to you, right? "And they said, believe in Lord Jesus, and you will be saved, you and your household," right? Dale Belgrave, my cuz, how are you doing? Tracy Hammer, how are you guys doing? Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, so believe. What do you believe in right now? What are you believing in? Are you believing in this word, or are you believing in something else? Because what you believing has the power over you. But it's your choice to believe what you want to believe. But when you make the choice, that choice has the power over you. Ms. Rachel, James, how are you doing today? Thanks for watching. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. But be careful. Examine yourself today and ask yourself, what do I believe that have me in the situation I'm in? whether it's good or bad. And remember, it all starts from your belief. Remember the placebo effect. That pill has no effect on you medically, but because of your belief, that brain reduced the endorphins and the other chemicals necessary for you to get your healing. Right? It's all in your belief system. That's what God's saying. If you believe in me with that same intent, truly believe, whatever you pray for, you'll receive. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there today. But you guys have yourself a great day. We talk again on Friday. Goodbye.